Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I hope you're gonna have a great weekend. I'm sure, God willing, I am as well. And we have a great weekend ahead of us, to be honest, especially with the fight card that we have. We have UFC 251, or 251, should I say. Pronounce it properly. UFC 251. Now, the whole stakes have just got higher, man. We have got Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal. This fight in itself is just gonna be, unfortunately for me, it's a bit. I'm not sure in total, but let's get straight into it. Okay, we've got. I'm gonna go straight into the fight card. We have first of all the main event: Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal. We have co-main event: Alexander Volkanovski versus Max Holloway, and then the third co-main event, or the tri-main event, is Peter Yan versus Jose Aldo for the bantamweight title, and then we have the other fights. But let's get straight into the main fight, which we all wanted to see initially anyway, which is Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal. Now, here is a situation. Jorge Masvidal, he can definitely do this. He has got the ability, the knockout ability. He's got the punching power. He doesn't take a lot of shots. He's had 48 fights. He has been, he hasn't. The thing is, if you actually watch his fights that he actually lost, they were by decisions that if he actually pushed it a bit more, he could have won the fights. If he, figured a way out, like even if you think about the Stephen Thompson one, right? He couldn't get in range because every time, the moment he was stepping to get in range, he was falling in the trap of Stephen Thompson, and then got countered, and then he just couldn't figure it out. And but that was the thing. His mentality was just to see if he can, like kickbox, and then see if he can find a particular path to victory. No, he went on that reality show, reacted. He was on his own, had some time to think about it, and then he basically came to the conclusion that he needs to go with a mentality of finishing fights off. I think it's with the right mentality that he's got. I'm just worried about his wrestling training. The unfortunate thing, the thing is, the only thing I'm worried about for Jorge Masvidal is really he hasn't had a 100% camp. And yeah, I know that it's an excuse, but it's a true excuse. He hasn't had a full 100% camp. He couldn't go full throttle. He's had to cut 20 pounds in 6 days. That's not been easy. If you check the weigh-ins, he didn't look like he was actually, like it was. He came on the scale like he came on the scale, and then he took his, basically he had to have a towel around him. So clearly the weight cut wasn't perfect. He's stepping in, he's going in, and he's gonna have to go in there and go in for the kill. And I hope his gas tank lasts. Let's see. But the path to victory is for Kamaru Usman, because he was facing a guy who was, I would say 70% in terms of his striking compared to Kamaru Usman in terms of Gilbert Burns, and in terms of takedowns, it wasn't there as well in terms of Gilbert Burns. But Gilbert Burns had the speed advantage, that's for sure. It would have been more difficult. But the thing is, in terms of getting finished, Jorge Masvidal's the guy to finish him. He can definitely finish him if he really wants to. Will he? Unfortunately, the stacks, the chips are stacked again against his favor. I don't see it happening, unfortunately. There are too many obstacles for him to go through, and he's gone through them. It's just this whole weight cut now. How is he going to last the 4 or 5 rounds? I don't know. The path for victory, in my liking, is if he comes in striking all kinds of different strikes, going in for the kill straight away, instead of, because look, Kamaru Usman, he has got a great jab. His boxing skills are good. His reach is pretty good. Let's see the reach advantage. Yeah, he's got a reach advantage. 41 inches. He's 6 foot tall. He's 5'11". Jorge Masvidal. Yeah. Oh, that's leg reach. He's got a leg reach advantage, sorry. And he's got a 2-inch reach advantage in terms of his, strike punches. So he can definitely land, but I think Jorge is just going to have to go in for broke, then get taken down. But if he gets taken down, he'll have to use his elbows off the floor and then crawl back up on his feet and then circle the cage. If he can actually circle the cage and try to break his, go for leg kicks and break him that way, that would be better. But I don't think you've got a guy who doesn't get tired in Kamaru Usman. Unfortunately, you don't have a guy who's going to. You don't have a guy who's gonna stall at all. Let's have a look at the basic stats. I mean, like KO victories, pretty much the same. I mean, that's because Jorge hasn't been the right Jorge up till now, and decisions have been kind of similar, but significant strikes are the same. Absorbed per minute, he takes a lot more. Jorge does. So Jorge is resilient. He had 48 fights. Can he do it? For my liking, he could do it. The thing with him is, like I said, he's going to have to go in, confuse him, go in with big strikes. So if he uses speed, big strikes. Look, Kamaru Usman is a perfect MMA fighter. He's got great striking. He's very technical and a great ground and pound and great takedowns. He's taken Tyron Woodley down, man. Well, like, he took him down with ease. And that's saying something. He just walked. He was like, I'm walking up to take you down. And he was like, okay, not yet. No, wait, not yet. Not, okay, he's got me. Oh, right. How do I do this? Okay, right. I'm not sure how to do. And but by then, he was getting punched in the body by Kamaru. That was crazy. That was. Oh yeah, we can see grappling wise is not that. It's takedown accuracy, takedown defense. Woo, 77%. It's not bad. That's the thing with Jorge. If you can keep circling the cage, or if he's on the floor, make sure he doesn't. If he's on his back, he's on. I'm not sure the correct term. If it's full guard, but where he's body locked with the other person, and he's hitting him from the bottom, like Conor was doing to Chad Mendes. I think if that will be the path to victory for him. But I just think, to be honest, unfortunately, it's too much, too soon. I'm sorry, but I mean, I'm a Jorge Masvidal fan. I want him to win. He's just a cool gangster style, man. Awesome. But it's just a shame, man. It's just a shame that he's facing Kamaru Usman on 6-day notice. But you never know, man. He did. If you looked at his stare down, he was in the zone. He was clearly in the zone, and he said he's got a secret, like in terms of his corner as well. So we never know. We never know what may happen. Now, but like I said, I'm going with Kamaru Usman. I have to. Now, for this fight, the next one is Alexander Volkanovski versus Max Holloway. Now, everybody's been going on about, Max Holloway, he hasn't been training correctly. He has been quarantining, and I think this is the wrong way. I don't think so. I think it's a good way for him because he's been, shadowboxing or whatever it is by Zoom, and I'm sure he's done some form of, pad work, striking. Not overly he's not overly sparred. I mean, apparently, if you would check out recently, I think it was yesterday or something like that, but apparently Michael Bisping said that Alexander Volkanovski He got his nose was busted in sparring or something like that, apparently. So you can have sparring sessions which can actually result in damaging your own body. So in a way, I feel as though that Max Holloway is blessed, pun intended, and I feel as though that he is gonna win. He's gonna win this fight. He's even said, like the question was asked to him, like, okay, we could clearly see that you were coming towards the end of the fight. You were coming on your own. You coming. You were like adapting. You were, and I do believe the first fight he did lose. It was 3 rounds to 2. The last 2 rounds, I would have given it to Max Holloway, simply because he kind of woke up and started to use his range properly. It was like he was trying to counter him for the first 3 rounds, but he didn't realize he was getting leg kicked, and they were the points which caused Volkanovski to win, basically. Because on round 3 as well, he started to get his range, but then Volkanovski used his wrestling and got him to the cage every time he got a bit close and started to throw them punches. But I think this time he said, just watch it this time. He was asked the question, have you learned, kind of like, in a way, because that's what the big question was, even for me. I was like, has he actually learned from this? Because in the last one, he didn't check any kicks. Has he learned from this? Because it was a simple, simple change there, and he apparently has. You can check his, media call out, and that he did. I'm not sure on like MMA fighting or something like that. He did, but he did say that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. He's going to have to counter he's going to have to check the leg kicks, or he's going to have to just throw the punch every time he's getting leg kicked, and that's going to be the key. But it looks like he's going to go in for the kill, trying to finish the guy. So for me, without a doubt, I'm going to go with Max Holloway. I know people are going to go, oh, okay, maybe not, but I can't. He didn't. Volkanovski didn't overly convince me that he would be the guy to, uh, you know, to reign to be the champion in my liking. Apparently, he's got annoyed as well by that statement by a lot of people. So he said he's going to try to finish him as well. So this is going to be a barn burner. One of them is going to be finished. I think Max, if he gets in the range, I think when he was getting in the range, the problem was Volkanovski wasn't landing, and whereas Max Holloway was. Check round 5, especially, he was getting in range and he was landing. Whereas Volkanovski, when he was basically dismantling him with the leg kicks, and I think that was the Achilles heel, no pun intended, for Max Holloway. But yeah, there you go. I've got Max Holloway for that one. And now the next one, Peter Yan versus Jose Aldo. Now, I know everybody's been going on about, like, oh my gosh, he's a monster. Peter Yan is a monster. He destroyed what's his name? Who's the cool California kid? The California kid, Uriah Faber. He destroyed him. I don't think he really destroyed him, but what he did show in that fight is that he's got patience. He can he can counter fight, as well as when he needs to press the action. When he sees an opening, he can strike, and he can strike clean. And he landed clean when Faber was moving his head away. It was like that, and he landed with a straight right, and then he went with the left, and the left went straight down the pipe, and that was the beginning to the end of Uriah Faber on that particular fight. And I think one of the main problems is with Jose Aldo, he's not evolved with the game. He can still win this. He can really win this. He's just not evolved with the game. I don't know what has happened. I really don't. I'm really disappointed because you know what? The Jose Aldo that we have, who came to the UFC, who was not in the WEC, is completely different. Because in the UFC, all he was doing was trying to keep out of range and counter strike, and that's all it was. But the good thing was at that time, initially, he was throwing leg kicks, and then Frankie Edgar, I think it was in the first fight, took him down once, and then after that, he never decided. He decided, you know what? I don't have leg kicks. I don't even know what they were. What are they? Did I have leg kicks? Do I know what leg kicks are? No. That's what it was for him. But you never. That's the disappointing part about Jose Aldo is that he's not involved with the game and he's not throwing leg kicks. In his fight with Marlon Moraes, what happened? He was there trying to throw bombs and land, and I think he lost. I know a lot of people said, "Oh yeah, Jose Aldo won that fight." If you class it as a person with like octagon control, maybe, or someone who's pressing the action, yeah, Jose Aldo, you could say he probably won. But the thing is, who landed the better shots? It was Marlon Moraes. And I think that's where the problem is with Marlon. I mean, not Marlon, with Jose Aldo is he's just. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad that he needs good coaches, man. If he just gets some good coach who can help him, not in Brazil, he can be champion again, man. And to be honest, he could have beat Conor. He just went out. He did the complete thing. I mean, sure. Apparently, he followed the game plan. He said he followed the game plan to go and strike with McGregor, but that was just ridiculous. When you've got a reach disadvantage and you've got leg kicks, you've got them explosive leg kicks. He throws leg kicks where it's like you can't even see his hip move and he's throwing the kick. So when he's actually throwing the leg kick, by the time you realize he's thrown a kick, it would have landed, and check his kicks out. The worst part about this is as well, it's not in a small cage like it was in Vegas in the previous. We've got bigger cages now, guys, so we're gonna get less finishes. There's no doubt about it. We're gonna get less finishes. I think Peter Yan's gonna win this. He's gonna be using the Marlon Moraes approach. He's gonna get. He's gonna land him clean at one point, and that's probably gonna end Jose Aldo, unfortunately. So I would say round 3 TKO. Now we've got Rose Namajunas. Rose Namajunas versus Jessica Andrade. Now this particular fight is a rematch. It's a pretty good rematch. Now I was wondering about the mental health of Rose Namajunas. Look at her. Look at her face there. She looks very sad. See, that's the thing. She needs to look like like Jorge Masvidal, where he's either in the zone or he's just happy. But that's why I was always wondering what is her mental health like, and I can understand like she got spiked in the last fight with Jessica Andrade. She was winning the fight. She was clearly winning the fight. In the stand-up exchange, it was just like, okay, Andrade was coming in, and every time she was coming in, she was striking, doing the strikes, etc., and landing clean shots, and eventually it was going to be a KO, or it could have gone to the full 5 rounds, and she would have had a victory. But then she had so much success that she thought, you know what, I'm going to try for the armbar, I think it was, or something like that. And then that's when Andrade just grabbed her and just spiked her, and it was a scary thought at that point, because the way she got landed on her head, I thought, oh my god, I hope her neck isn't broken. I swear to God, it was pretty dangerous. Especially the fact that Andrade can easily lift her. And but yeah, apparently, here's another thing. No, Rose Namajunas, she's learned how to control, I guess, being the champion as such, because I think that the whole pressure of everyone watching you, trying to be all the eyes are on you, and you trying to be a champion and being extraordinary, I think that got to her. I mean, she has got a reach advantage, which is clearly evident anyway. Height advantage, easily evident. And I think what she's the way she said is she's going to stick to the game plan. She knows what she's doing, and that's how she's going to do it. And I think Rose just she's going to get the victory. I was going to say Andrade is going to win because I just thought mentally she's not going to be up to par. But when she sticks to a game plan, she stuck to a game plan against who's a Polish girl. She fought her twice, didn't she? In the first fight she knocked her out. I can't remember her name. It doesn't matter anyway. But when she sticks to a game plan, she wins, and I think she's basically alluding to that. So I have got this for Rose Namajunas. It's very Rose Namajunas. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I've got her winning it. Now, Amanda Ribas versus Paige Van Zandt. Now, I know everybody has been banging on about on the Amanda Ribas train, but, and this is the big but for me, in my opinion, I think the level of competition that Paige Van Zandt has actually fought is higher than Amanda Ribas. As well as that, Paige wants to be winning this. Like, the pressure's on her to make it. She's clearly ready to leave. UFC gave her a chance to light her fire and become a champion and expand her brand and make a lot more money and stuff like that. As supposedly, I'm not sure, I don't know. Apparently she's saying that she never earned enough money. But this is the last fight on the contract. She's ready to basically go to free agency. We'll see what happens. If she loses, she's gonna go to Bellator. Bellator is gonna sign her up, and she can go and she can go and become a WWE star. She can do practically anything. I think she's done dancing in the with the stars, etc. So she's a good dancer as well. So I'm going with Paige Van Zandt simply because I just feel as though that Amanda Ribas, she has got a bubbly personality. She's very, happy, and maybe that might be the key to victory. But I just feel as though that I know the chips are on the favor of Amanda Ribas, saying that she's going to win because she is the built-up star. But I just feel as though the level of competition, she hasn't done as good as she hasn't fought the better competition like Paige Van Zandt has. The great thing about Paige Van Zandt is she's erratic, so she can randomly, do some crazy moves. So like she did that switch kick and knocked a girl out. And I think in the last fight, she won the last fight as well. She won her last fight. She is injury prone, but that doesn't matter because this is her last fight on the contract. So after this, then she can actually, see about her health, look at health insurance, etc. and all that. But I'm gonna go with the outlier on this one. I'm gonna go with Paige Van Zandt. I can't say go against her. I mean, I can, but my mind is clearly saying that Ribas is better because she's just had victories. But to me, this is my outlier, and I'm gonna say it's definitely gonna be, for me, it's a bit of a stretch, but I think Amanda Ribas is not gonna win. But if you were a betting person, which I don't advise you to bet, I don't bet. It's not a good thing. That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. Whether you want to, you can. But the odds are on Amanda Ribas' favor. Okay, so that is the main card. Okay, that's all I'm going to talk about it right now. Okay, well, thank you for viewing this, everybody. I hope you have a great day. I may talk about the prelims later on, or maybe not. But thank you for viewing this. I hope you have a great day, and have a great weekend, and watch the fights. I'm going to watch them. It's going to be good and fun. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to definitely watch all the fights. I do want Jorge to win, but I don't want Kamaru to lose as well. But at the same time, like I said, if Kamaru gets, I don't know. Like I said, Kamaru's going to win. That's my prediction. Anyway, have a great day. Peace out.